You're watching the Sports and Political channel of LB. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. Let's get down to business. So in this particular video, we're going to talk about Kyrie Irving, and that a report came out on Twitter via Mike A. Scotto saying that several executives believe Kyrie Irving will re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets in the offseason. Now, the question I got for Mike A. Scotto, right? Who are these executives that's making this statement? Now, obviously, these people can't come out on record, right? Because they don't want to be dinged for possibly tampering, because the NBA has made a rule saying that executives, players, coaches, or whatever cannot talk about players on other teams. So I ask again, who are these executives that say that? Because when you put stuff like this out in the atmosphere, are we supposed to forget what happened with Kyrie Irving during the course of the season? Are we supposed to forget what happened with Kyrie and what Joseph Tsai put Kyrie Irving through? Now, Joseph Tsai is a hypocrite, okay? Joseph Tsai is a hypocrite. Nick Friedel is a clown. Because all this could have been handled behind the scenes. Instead, we made Kyrie Irving out to be the whipping boy from people like Nick Friedel. And then Joseph Tsai wants to have Kyrie Irving go through some 6-step process before he can come back to the team. Now, let's look at this real quick. I pulled up via Basketball Reference. Because see, y'all can sit up here and lie to me, but Basketball Reference, it takes a historical account of everything that happened. You ain't gonna be able to lie to me because I got the facts to back me up. I got the facts to back me up. You can see here, right? The game, his first game, suspended because of this so-called anti-Semitic tweet, despite the fact that Amazon had this thing up for 4 years. Amazon vetted this documentary for 4 years, right? But everybody's outraged when Kyrie Irving hit he basically liked and shared a link to that documentary that's been on Amazon for 4 years. So all these people that were so outraged about Kyrie Irving posted and sharing a link, they weren't outraged at the fact that Amazon had this documentary up. They weren't outraged at the fact that Amazon made money hand over fist over this documentary. They weren't even mad that Amazon jacked up the price of the documentary. And Joseph Tsai, who got his own thing about him, right? Joseph Tsai, owner of the Brooklyn Nets, a war criminal, being the hypocrite that he is, right? He wants to have Kyrie Irving go through a 6-step process before he can return the team. And even during the course of that suspension, Joseph Tsai told Kyrie Irving that he needed to do more in order to come back to the team. Have we forgotten about that? Have we forgotten about that? But Kyrie Irving is going to re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets, right? Okay, let's break this down, right? This is the game. First game, they went to DC to play the Wizards on November 4th. It was the first game of his 8-game suspension. They won by 42 points. And what was people saying then? They won. The Brooklyn Nets were 2-6 before that game. Remember, they were 2-6. They had just fired Steve Nash. They was on the verge of hiring Ime Udoka to become the head coach, but they turned, backdoor politics, kept Ime Udoka from becoming the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. That's why they turned to Jacques Vaughn. We forgot about this already? We forgot about that, right? Okay. First game, they played the Washington Wizards. They won by 42 points. What people saying there? Oh, man, we don't need Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was the problem the whole time. Kyrie Irving don't play no defense. Look at the defense. The defense has gotten better without Kyrie on the floor. That's the kind of shit people were saying. When Kyrie Irving came back, the Brooklyn Nets were 7-9. They went 5-3 in those 8 games. Kyrie Irving was suspended. And even then, people were saying, "Oh man, we don't need Kyrie Irving. Jacques Vaughn doing a good job of what he had, man. We don't need Kyrie." That's what people were saying. We forgot about that. You think Kyrie Irving forgot about that? His first game back was on November 20th, the week of Thanksgiving. He came back on that Sunday where they played the Memphis Grizzlies. What's up, RG Titan? Gideon, Kevin Wedderburn, my man Trey. We forgot about all that, right? All that stuff that Joseph Tsai put Kyrie Irving through, but he gonna re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets, right? That man is a goner. That man is gone. He is good as gone. Don't believe everything you see. Kyrie Irving is good as gone. Why would Kyrie Irving support this man after what this man put him through? And Sean Marks. Because if you ask me, Sean Marks should have followed Steve Nash out the door. Sean Marks should have followed Steve Nash out the door, if you ask me. Now, since this debacle a few months ago, the Brooklyn Nets currently sit 4th in the Eastern Conference, and a hotly contested Eastern Conference going between, because Boston's clearly number 1. All right, Boston is clearly number 1, but you got Milwaukee in the mix, you have Philadelphia in the mix, and now you got Brooklyn. So those 3 teams are fighting for that 2 spot. You have Milwaukee having back-to-back wins without Giannis Antetokounmpo. Philadelphia coming off 2 wins on the West Coast between the Lakers and that they won that nail biter, and then they turned around and beat the Clippers last night. I'm gonna talk about the Clippers in a different video because that team has all kind of problems. But what would make these executives believe that Kyrie Irving is going to re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets after everything he was been put through during that organization? Oh, because winning cures all, right? Winning is supposed to forget all that stuff he went through, right? Oh, and the team has been able to right the ship without Kevin Durant. So of course Kyrie was going to re-sign with the Brooklyn Nets. Who are these executives that's saying this? Because this is blatant disinformation. Blatant. So these journalists ain't going to practice some kind of integrity here and put some critical thinking skills together and be like, well, that may not be such a good idea to run this article, but hey, I'm just a journalist, right? So I'm going to run this article. Like people going to forget. Like people supposed to just, oh, well, that's just the media doing this job. Kyrie's going to resign the Brooklyn Nets in the offseason. And you're going to have people that's going to believe that when it's clearly not true. It's not true. For those of you who may not be aware, Kyrie Irving is on the last year of his deal with the Brooklyn Nets. He's on the last year of his deal. And he'll become an unrestricted free agent. That's right. Kyrie is going to become an unrestricted free agent after this season. So, what are they going to do? They're going to sit there and play this game of, well, we hope he comes around so that way we can possibly re-sign him in the offseason. What? You really going to do that? You really going to play that game? You really going to play that game? Now, what if he walks? Because I have it on good faith Kyrie Irving is going to walk after this season. He's going to walk. Then what? Y'all gonna be sitting here left looking stupid. And then let's not forget, they got a bum ass player on their team in Ben Simmons. And they got Ben Simmons for at least 2 more years. You think Kyrie Irving want to deal with Ben Simmons? Kyrie didn't even play last night. The Brooklyn Nets only put up 98 points. Guess how many points Ben Simmons had? He only had 10. Yeah, he had a triple-double, but you would think with no Kyrie, no KD, it should be the Ben Simmons show. Instead, we get a 10-point triple-double. I'm supposed to be clapping for that, right? I'm supposed to be applauding that, right? Well, LB, he gets rebounding assists. Well, you might can say that, but at the same time, at the end of the day, the organization is paying you $35 million to put the ball in the basket. You think Kyrie want to endure Ben Simmons for 2 more years? Huh? Who wants to? Who want that shit? So anyone that trades for Ben Simmons, you're going to have to commit $78 million for 2 more years for anybody who wants to trade for Ben Simmons. At this point in his career, he is who he is. You want to pay close to $80 million for that? Good luck trading that contract away. Good luck trading that away. What's up, Nate Damp? So when I see what's going on with Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets, there ain't no way in hell Kyrie Irving's going back. No way in hell. Now I want to know who are these executives that's coming out here saying this? There ain't no way Kyrie Irving's coming back. Now, some of you out there might think I'm wrong about what I'm saying. Some of you guys out there really believe that LB's on cap. LB don't know what he's talking about. What he know about the Brooklyn Nets? He don't live in New York. What he know? I know. I know Kyrie's coming back. No, because we going all the way to the championship. So if you disagree, there's the link, and you can come in and voice your displeasure of what I'm saying. Because there's no way Kyrie Irving can come back to that. Did we forget what happened in Boston? Did we forget what happened in Boston? Right? When he said that he'll come back if they let him. And if anyone that's been to Boston or anyone that lives in Boston that's black, you are subjected to all kinds of racist stuff that people say and people do up in Boston. Kyrie Irving didn't come back. So what would make people believe that after what Joseph Tsai put Kyrie Irving through, that he's going to come back and re-sign with Brooklyn? There ain't no way this man coming back. And for anybody that's out there believing that, you guys are part of the problem. Because this is straight cap. It's straight cap that Kyrie Irving is going to re-sign with Brooklyn. Especially after they didn't get Ime Udoka, because that's who they wanted. And I thought Ime Udoka was done dirty in Boston. But that's for a different video. Well, I guess nobody wants smoke with me. Nobody wants smoke with me. But so if you feel you want to come in and talk about the situation with Kyrie Irving, well, the link is in the chat. You come in and talk about the situation with Kyrie Irving. And do you think that Brooklyn is going to re-sign him after the season, after what Kyrie Irving went through? Nobody wants to come in? Nobody wants to come in and challenge me on this. Okay, that's great. So in that case, I said what I say on this particular stream. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the Mighty Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. All right.